is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And we are live at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, Southwest 2nd Street, downtown. And we are here for our coaches show each and every Tuesday, where we've got our Lawton area schools that we bring in-house, and we talk about high school football, and we are really making progress throughout the season. In fact, most of the non-district games are complete for most of our schools. We'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll talk about district play, which is coming up right around the corner, which is the most important on the schedule. So we want to invite you down here, invite you down for dinner. In fact, I've challenged you in different areas, like the largest pretzel anywhere. I try to have you find a larger pretzel if you just want some snack food. But if you want barbecue, this is the place to be. They do it all in-house, whether it be their brisket, their pulled pork, their chicken. They've even got their sausage links, which are homemade with cheddar and jalapeno. Or if you just like the regular, they've got that too. And they have got a plethora of just choices from sandwiches. You're just going to really enjoy it. So if you've never been here before, I invite you to do that. And Michelle, our co-host of having the honor of we really appreciate you sponsoring our coaches throughout the year. She is the brewmaster. She is the one that handles all the intricate details behind this wall in another building that you get ready for the season. We already talked about Oktoberfest coming up. We talked about different things, but you've got so much. In fact, this is a happening place. The patio is almost full. People are outside activities. The weather's perfect for that. Some people are inside, but you've got games. So talk about that.
Yeah, so we are really excited. All the football season is here, so we can we actually play the high school football games on Friday nights. We have the Sunday NFL ticket, so we actually can play any game that you want live on Sundays at any time. So if you want, bring your favorite team and reserve a TV. We also have, Thursday night and Monday night football. So we're going to be opening Monday nights here now, starting this Monday on the 22nd for Monday night football.
I know Monday was your kind of, in my team, the Lions are playing on Monday night. So I guess I may have to slide down here and get that debut of Monday. I knew was kind of your off day. So opening that up, and football is just plenty. As you mentioned, all the days you can watch it, including the high school on the Oklahoma Sports Network. If you come here and you can't make the games and you want to see a particular game, they can make that switch for you. So what else? You got Oktoberfest coming up. You got a lot of activities. You guys are just really busy when you just started to open this up, and the community really responding to you very well. So you've got some other stuff seasonal that's coming up too.
Yeah, so we also have, like you said, Oktoberfest. We have some Halloween. Right now we also have live music on a lot of Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. It varies a little bit depending on what games are playing as well, because like I said, we do the college games, OU, OSU games as well. So there's a lot going on all the time. We have a lot of events. People are reserving spots to do different type of events here. We do Ambucks. We had quite a few Ambucks groups here, and others that have reserved areas. We also work with some of the military groups and do hail and farewells here as well.
That's a big thing. In Southwest Oklahoma Brewery has got your patio, and if you've not seen their patio, they've got some lounging sofas out there. They've got cornhole. They've got Connect 4. They've got the high top tables. You can just relax. So I guess you get the feeling, you're not even in Lawton when you come over here and you kind of say, where am I? I'm kind of, lost in relaxation here at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. So we've got high school football to talk about. Got the Lawton High Wolverines up next. They are coming off of that city rival game, and they've got a bye week before they play Noble. We'll talk about that, talk to the wide receivers coach and a couple of players. We'll do that right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere. Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference. Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery is where we are located, right downtown on 2nd Street. We'd love to have you as a guest, and we'd love to have you join our coaches and our players with the 5 area schools, with the 3 Lawton schools, plus Cash and Walters. It's the Lawton High Wolverines. They're up next, and we're going to talk a little bit about wide receivers. Coach, introduce yourself, give us your name, and give us some of the background if we're unfamiliar with where you come from originally.
So, first of all, my name is Damari Vick. I'm originally from Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I played under Coach Williams when I was in high school at Westmore.
Okay.
He came whenever I was a junior. And out of high school, I went to Missouri State, played football, played wide receiver there. And I transferred to Southeast Missouri, finished out my career there, got my degree. And then I tore my shoulder at the end of my career. And Zoe needed a receiver coach when he came down to Lawton. So I thought it would be good to start out my career coaching here.
All right, you got a good tutelage and a great mentor there, not only a head coach as a player, but now you can coach side by side with him and learn exactly what he presents to a program that he's done so far in just his 2 years. So you start out with a 2-0 start and everything going well, and then you kind of ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw there with this game last week. But just in general for the last 3 games, take us through that. You had the Eisenhower game, you had the road trip to Enid, then you had the MacArthur game. What did you learn most out of this team and especially wide receivers?
Well, we found out we can run the football very well. That's one thing I can say. We've been kind of throwing a lot at them with all the formations and stuff that we run. So, especially for the wide receivers, especially from last week, we didn't have a lot of mistakes going out there. So I feel like they did a good job handling all the stuff that we've been throwing at them.
How would you want to go forward? I mean, non-district games, like such as they are, it's really kind of, if you want to call it a preseason, it's games that don't count because it's your district. Yep. You'll be ready to go in that 5A clash with Carl Albert and Guthrie, and you get all of those. But how would you like to see this team improve going forward, because you got this bye week before you go into Noble? How would you guys like to really kind of hone in on what you want to get across before you get to district?
Well, for the receivers mostly, like I said, we've been running the ball a lot, so teams probably going to load the box up. So for the receivers, just working on winning those one-on-ones on the outside. And mainly for the defense, I'll say just making sure everybody's in the right spot, like everybody knowing the same coverage, everybody doing what they're supposed to be, and like everybody on the same page. So
it's good. Well, and is it kind of nice that the bye week's coming right before district? You can kind of decompress. What are you going to find yourself doing on a Friday when you're just like, what? We're not playing football. What do I do with myself?
Really, just scout your opponent.
Yeah.
Just watch a lot of film and just get ready for the next opponent.
All right. We got our first player, so give us your name, give us your grade, and what position you play.
My name is Quovon Costin Jr. I play running back, and I'm in 9th grade.
9th grade running back. All right. So tell us a little bit about, you're coming from the middle school ranks up to here. What's the big difference of taking that step into this position?
Obviously coming in is a big transition, but Coach Zoe did a good job getting me ready this summer, in team camp and getting me ready for the season.
What does it mean to you that freshmen now, that used to be in college it was automatic red shirt. You hardly ever saw, they used to say freshmen and true freshmen, because a lot of times freshmen would red shirt. Now we're not seeing that. Altus is starting a freshman quarterback at that level. And we're seeing more and more that are starting at freshmen. What do you think that has been a change from years past, that you as a freshman are ready to play at varsity level?
I think it's just a good opportunity for all the freshman guys, to be able to show what we can do at a young age, and opportunity to just play varsity, even as a ninth grader.
Well, and as a running back, how would you like to improve? How do you want to get better since you're going to be at this for 4 more years? How do you want to get better at what you do?
Obviously get bigger, get stronger, be a better pass blocker, better teammate, just keep doing what I've been doing.
All right. Well, you got another player next to you, and so what's your name, what's your grade, and what's position you play?
My name is Najon Pope. I'm a junior, and I play safety.
Okay, so back end, of course, in the secondary. What's it been like for these last 3 games? You kind of had 2 intercity games and a big, long bus ride to Enid. What was your favorite of those 3?
Definitely Eisenhower. I love just, beating them.
Yeah. There's something about that, that Lawton High-Eisenhower rivalry, always sticks with it. What are you going to do this week without playing football? I mean, you're going to go to a game, or what is your plans for Friday?
Friday, we have the day off, so we don't got practice or anything. So probably just going to go home, honestly play the game, and watch some film on Noble.
All right, so Noble and the Noble Bears. And you had a really exciting game as a junior last year. That game went back and forth. Are you anticipating that kind of matchup for this year?
Yeah, I think we're just going to go out there on Cameron and really just like Enid, just be a really good game on both sides of the ball. Our offense is going to score a lot. Our defense is going to get some stops. So when we do that, I think we'll come out with the win.
And I think you guys are scheduled to play for Thursday, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're a Thursday night game, so you're the only game in town, so that's really nice. Got one more down, so pass the mic down to the gentleman on your end. Give us your name, grade, and what position you play.
My name is Keeson Rosado. I'm a junior, and I play running back.
Okay, so 2 running backs here and a wide receiver. So what's it like that, as Coach said, you found out as Lawton High you can run the ball? How exciting is that for you and your quarterback that likes to take it and run?
I think it's a really good opportunity. Us running the ball, no defense can really stop us, so we just got to keep doing what's good for us. So that's really good.
How would you like to improve going forward? You still got a year left, and as far as being the best running back you can, do you study other great running backs, like even at the collegiate and NFL? Who do you kind of idolize, or who would you like to be like more in college or pro? Who do you kind of follow as far as a running back and his style?
Cam Scatterboo. He played at New York Giants now, so watching him at Arizona State was good.
All right, well, that's good. We kind of have this as a casual kind of an event around here at Coach's Show, kind of a relaxed. What's your favorite food? Steak. How do you like it cooked?
Well done.
Well done. All right. And what do you like to do in your free time, some of your hobbies?
I really just like to work out.
Just work out and sleep and get ready for the next game, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Lawton High Wolverines, 2-1 on the season. They have a week off. It's their bye week, and they will come back to host the Noble Bears on Thursday, so you can catch all the exciting action. In fact, there's going to be a special performance between the orchestra and all 3 bands. They're making it a big event, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get closer. But we're going to take a time out. We've got the MacArthur Highlanders, got Cash Bulldogs, and the Walters Blue Devils all in the house. We'll take a time out and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Will, the CEO of Foxhole, the military B&B platform, and we're honored to partner with OSN to support Oklahoma high school sports.
Hi, I'm Spencer Colossus, the founder of Foxhole. We built this platform specifically for you, the military community, designed to reimburse official travel and support all your personal travel needs.
And hey guys, if there's one thing I can give you for my time, it would be this to the players and coaches. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
right, we are back here at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. Southwest 2nd Street is our home away from home each and every Tuesdays. Hi, Annette. Well, we got a whole bunch of crew out here from various walks of life here for yelling for MacArthur. How about that? An East Sider, a true East Sider. That's good. All right, so we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to high school football, and of course Southwest Oklahoma Brewery is the place to be when it comes to whether snack items or whether you're going to get barbecue. You can come here, and they're going to open up on Mondays now for Monday Night Football, so you've got that football on the TV screens, high school football on Fridays. They've got college on Saturday, pros on Sunday with the NFL Sunday Ticket, so you can join us for that. MacArthur Highlanders are up next, and Coach Brett Manning joins us. You're unique because you got 4 games that we're going to be talking about before we get to a bye week, because Eisenhower and Lawton High are in their bye weeks right now. So let's talk about what you've learned about this team. You played the Elgin rivalry first in 0 week. You played the 2 inner city schools in Lawton. What have you learned most about MacArthur right now?
Well, I think we keep getting better. I wasn't really happy with how we played against Elgin, and I think we have come back those second 2 weeks and really fixed a lot of our mistakes. A lot of them were just stuff that we should have been doing better, and I feel like we've done that. So I feel like we're on track to be a good team.
Well, going forward, you got a pretty big opponent, and I say big size-wise, it's Ponca City, and so we kind of know a little bit about them from last year. You took the long bus ride up, so now it's return the favor. They can take the long bus ride here to come down here for a Friday night matchup. But this is a 6A program, so size-wise, not only how many they suit up, but we notice the difference in the trenches, both sides of the ball. What else can you tell us about this Ponca City team?
They're a little hard to figure out, much like Lawton High was for us, and the fact that they look really good, but we also know that the 2 teams that they have played haven't been very high caliber. So they're a little hard to figure out, but I feel like they're a good team. I feel like they're better than they were last year, and they do things right. They run a 3-3 defense. It's kind of different and make offenses have to adjust a little bit, but they do a good job, and it's going to be a challenge.
All right, we're going to save our last comments about what your keys to the game is, but we'll get to some of our players in the house. So tell us your name, your grade, and what position you play.
My name is Darian Mosley. I'm a senior. I play corner.
How excited were you to start this season?
It felt good, put in the work in the off season. Years before I was a 2, but now I'm starting. It feels good.
Well, you got another city championship, and I know that some people make a big deal out of it, others not so much. But to have that trophy, the General's Trophy, stay back at MacArthur for another year, how does that make you feel?
I feel good as well. We put in the work, like I said, got the job done.
How do you think you would like to get better, you personally? I mean, as coaches are never satisfied, players should be the same way. How do you want to improve going forward before you get into district?
Get more comfortable in my press and just perfect my technique.
What does it mean for you to be a Highlander?
I don't know. It feels good.
What's your favorite food?
I always go for a bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger. Where's the best place to get one?
Breakdown has a good one.
Okay, that's good. All right. And what do you like to do when you're not playing football? Any hobbies at all?
I play on the game a lot. Just hanging out with friends, family.
Like a video game?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what game you play?
2K.
And who's the best in the whole team? If you were to take anybody on, do you have any live connections where you're taking on some of your teammates?
Probably me.
Oh, probably you. Okay, that's the answer I usually get. Okay, got one more player there. Give us your name, grade, and what position you play.
My name is Jordan Crane. I'm an O-lineman, and I'm a senior.
Senior, all right. So, we talked about being in the trenches, and I'm sure you've seen film on Ponca City. It's going to be a little bit more of a physical game. What does it mean that you have to do in this game coming up on Friday?
Just got to stick to my technique, stay low, and come off that ball.
I'm glad you said stay low. That's the biggest thing. A low man wins in this game, and so if you get lower than they are, I don't care how big they are, the leverage can always work to your advantage. How too would you like to improve going forward on the O-line?
Like I said, stick to technique, staying low, and just having more leadership and just being a leader on the team.
So how do you lead? Some lead by example, some lead vocally. How would you describe your leadership skills?
Right now, my leaderships are just like trying to set an example, but I want to be more vocal.
A little bit more vocal. Yeah, we got a lot of quiet leaders on this team that they kind of lead by example. But you have that. What kind of mission statement you have? I know that there's a lot of success that. Okay, you beat your city rivals. You got Ponca City. You played at Elgin, and then it gets into district play. But not peeking too far ahead. But it's going to come down to that Newcastle, Bishop McGuinness, those kind of matchups. How much do you guys have to? What do you have to do to get to that point to beat those two teams?
I think we have to bring the intensity at practice. Practice is everything. Practice makes perfect, and just playing how we play and do our assignment, we should win.
Oh, that's where it's all done. So, Coach Brett Manning will talk to you a little bit about keys to the game, about Ponca City as far as with this matchup and what you have to do for a win.
Well, I think, just continuing to improve defensively. I feel like we've gotten a lot better the last couple of weeks. We're getting more comfortable in our new defense and continue to improve there. And, offensively, I've been really happy really through 3 weeks now. Able to move the ball, able to put points on the board, and have those fast starts like we've had the last couple of weeks. So, just at the end of the day, we want to improve. We want to improve every day in practice. Like Jordan said, practice is everything, and going out on the games is, we tell our kids that's a formality. We're going to win the game in practice, and we're going to go out and take care of business Friday night.
Well, one of the things I want to ask you, too, about your schedule, very unique out of other people's schedule because of those 4 games. You think that kind of helps? I know you wanted 10 games. So where they're at, I think Midwest City has it where they have a bye week, but it's way near the end of the season in exchange for just a couple of weeks off or another opponent. Good, bad, indifferent, as far as, Guyman not being in this district and you having to pick up another team to get your 10. Has that worked to your advantage, and how do you feel about that?
Well, yeah, playing 10 games I think definitely works to our advantage. It was just a luck of the draw that, we drew Guyman for the first week of district, so we get that bye right before district play, and I do like that. I mean, if I could pick that out myself,
right.
That's probably the way I would do it. But that was just dumb luck.
Well, we'll take it however we can get it. All right. So we've got Cash Bulldogs. We've got Walters in the house. We've got to continue with our coaches show, and we'll be back right after this at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Southwest Oklahoma Brewery is where we are. We are capped out. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got certain parties that have come in. We talked about how you can come for hail and farewells. The back patio starting to fill up because the weather outside is absolutely gorgeous. But we're here each and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. for our coaches show. We talked to the Lawton High Wolverines. We've also talked with the MacArthur Highlanders. Eisenhower had a scheduling where they had some JV games that they had to finish up, so they will not be with us tonight. They will come back and join us next week. Walters Blue Devils are up next.
Yes,
and so, 2 games in, you had Wilson, a real close game. Really
yeah,
come down to that wire as far as trying to figure things out. And I know you're a young team, and we talked a little bit about that. But what have you has a team recognized about this Walters team before you get into district? Last game, and we'll talk about Velma in a little bit, but what have you learned so far about this team?
We're getting better. We talked after the game that, if you look at the scores from the two games, it was, I don't even remember. I don't like remembering scores, but it was 41-6 the first one, and then 18-0. And I think Wilson will hold their own against Hilton, and so we're just constantly getting better. And this team's got a lot of fight. They're young, but they're gritty, and we got a lot of fight in us.
Having to fill in a lot of holes, like 16 seniors that come in, and a lot of them are going to be underclassmen. How are you prepping them for this last non-district game with Velma to go forward into district play?
Just telling them, we, after the game, told them this is really the preseason, what we're playing right now. The district's really where all the chips move to the middle, and that's where the real season starts. So let them know that the stakes are going to continue to get higher and higher as we go into the district games.
What have you seen on Velma, and what do you know about them, and what can you break down for this matchup coming up?
They're a good football team. Their coach Norton, I believe is his name. He's been there for a long time. A historic program. When you talk about the blue bloods of small school Class A football, Velma's a blue blood. So there's a lot of tradition, and they have a lot to play for.
All right, we'll get some players here on board. So grab the mic, get it close up to your mouth. Tell us your name, grade, and what position you play.
I'm Henry Jones. I'm a senior. I play corner and receiver.
Well, at this level of football, most of you guys are going to play both ways. Is there one you favor over the other as far as like when it comes to offense or defense?
Nah, I like them both.
Okay, all right. A coach's dream, just plug me in, and wherever I can go, I'm going to go. So your senior season, you had a lot of seniors exit. Now you're the one to kind of look to as far as being that leader. How are you showing your leadership to these underclassmen that are having to learn about Walters Blue Devils football?
Man, I just show up every day, try my hardest at practice, walk in for the games, be on time everywhere, be a leader everywhere.
What do you know about Velma that you got to be prepared for Friday night?
Yeah, I know they're a solid team. They can run the ball really well. They got a nice quarterback, good running back, a very good linebacker, Coach Griffin said, so we got to be ready for that.
How much film study have you shown on you personally?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I've watched a little bit of film here and there, when I have time. I'm big in the books, so I got to study,
Okay, I got you. All right, so you're a senior. What do you want to do after high school?
I think I want to go to college, probably. I want to be a teacher.
Okay.
A biology teacher. Yes,
what subject?
A biology teacher.
Biology teacher. My
yes,
son is
sir.
a biology teacher, so that's really good. So you can go get your biology degree and teach biology. Whatever got you into the science mode? What fascinates you that you like most about biology?
Well, I like animals, and Coach Neese teaches it good down in Walters, so he's a big inspiration to me. Yes,
all right, get you a little hooked on it. Okay, you got one more player, so give us your name, your grade, and what position you play.
Speak into it more.
Yeah.
I'm Juan Ramirez. I play offensive tackle and defensive end, and I'm a junior.
All right, junior year. So, fast and furious, already 2 games in. And, before you know, you're going to blink and it's going to be 5 games in and halfway through the season. So how do you take in every moment to make sure that you're maximizing the experience of this high school football?
I'm trying to learn everything I can, I guess. I didn't play last year, so I'm trying to.
So what got you to, if you didn't play last year, what got you to come out this year?
Coach Griffin.
All right.
He talked to me. He's like, I want you on my team.
Okay, there you go. He's recruiting the hallways. Yeah. That's always good.
Great salesman.
Well, you have to be. When you're coaching,
Amen.
You're talking about your program and talking about building a program. What does it mean for you to be a Walters Blue Devil?
Got to represent our name,
Well, you're going to play in front of that hometown crowd again. You had Wilson, now you get Velma. Are they loud? Do they kind of get you really into the game?
Yeah, they're going to be locked in. They're going to be fired up.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to have that home field advantage, so hopefully you can get that first Walters win. Anything else that you'd like to see this team improve on going forward?
Being somewhat young and inexperienced, maybe some physicality, letting kids know it's okay to be a little bit violent out there. It's actually encouraged. Right. And so just getting more reps and more time on the field and stuff, it's just we're continuing to grow every week, and we look better and better every practice that goes by.
All right, Walters Blue Devils, they'll be in action against Velma Elma on Friday, 6:30 for our pregame, of course, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. We got the Cash Bulldogs in the house, and they'll kind of conclude our coaches show for this week since Eisenhower was not able to be with us today as the sun's starting to set. Great setting here at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery over on 2nd Street. We'd love to see you. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, and that's where we are located. Why don't you come join us each and every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, where we're talking high school football. In fact, we'd like for you to be our guest, and whether it be for the snack item foods or the barbecue, you will not be disappointed at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. I don't have a favorite yet because I've told them I've run the gamut. I lean towards the jalapeno cheddar sausage. They make all of their barbecue here in-house. They smoke it overnight, so in the morning it's ready to go by afternoon. And so whether it be lunch or dinner, you can take it to go. I've done that on game days. They have high school games here on Friday, so if you can't make the game, you can watch any of the OSN teams. You can request a TV and watch that. Saturdays for college, Sundays for the pros, and then we're back here on Tuesdays talking Coach's Show. So the Cash Bulldogs, we got a lot to talk about, but we're going to start on the human interest aspect of it. Very devastated to see on social media that your parents had a fire that really consumed the house, and you were telling me they both are bus drivers and on a route, so they weren't even home. But give us their very best to them. I know they're staying with you. You said because when you lose everything, at least you got that family core. It's the house you kind of were familiarized with it when you got here. So. Our hearts and prayers go out to you, but you also got some benefits that the Booster Club has done, and so please contact Coach if you'd like to help in any way. And is there any other needs that are needing to be met at this time?
You know, it's there's a lot of division that goes on in our country, and I wish social media would show the side when people go through a tragedy. You know, for me, it's my parents, and so it hits home, and it's hard to deal with, but at the same time, seeing people in our community, in our school, overwhelm my parents with love, kindness, and generosity, it's been amazing. It's been amazing to see, and I wish more people got to see that in our country, because so it's been awesome to see with the community. And right now, there's people reaching out. And they're saying, what can we do? We'd like to help. And right now, it's like, I don't know. Because there's so much, there's so many people donating items and money, food, whatever it is, just to help my parents, just, start their life back and kind of get back on track with, because, they lost everything.
Right.
And so right now, it's just the essentials, and that's been taken care of. But going forward, there'll be things that they'll need, and when those things come up, I'll make sure the people that reached out, I'll get to them and let them know. Okay. You do have a benefit start out with. All the proceeds are going to go to your parents and their loss. That is a Indian Taco. When and where can they be a part of that? Right. So, our school's doing a fundraiser as well, and that's been posted on social media. And again, that my family didn't ask for that. The school stepped up and they did that on their own. And that just shows, the leadership we have in our school, and co-workers and staff. That's just, it's a blessing to be a part of Cash. And then our football booster club, they stepped up and they decided to do a benefit for my family as well. That'll be this Saturday. They're going to do an Indian taco dinner. I believe they said it's going to start about 9:45. People come in, you start getting Indian tacos. It's $8 for Indian taco and a drink. And they told me that all proceeds will go to my family. So, I mean, that's a huge thing, too.
Yeah.
And again, it's just we're so thankful and so blessed that we're able to be in the cash community. And right now they're showing their generosity and their kindness, and it's amazing.
Well, I wanted to bring that up on this platform so other people can know and be aware and reach out in any different ways, because we've got a lot of great surrounding communities that kind of rally around stuff like this, but especially when someone loses their home and loses everything, because I saw some of the pictures on social media that it wasn't just a small partial kitchen fire or something else like that, but total devastation like that. So our hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to your family.
Well, thank you.
So we're going to switch gears now, Coach. So let's take off that, and we'll put you on your coaching cap here for a second. You guys have been a fun team to watch because the unpredictability of what I see in score watching, because I'm doing a game, so I'm presenting a game and I'm giving out scores, and then all of a sudden I get a score that, okay, you're up at half, and then I get another flash and it's 28-28 in the third quarter, and I said, okay, we got a doozy going on. So how would you explain the complexity of the 4 quarters of kind of putting this all together? Because this is still your non-district schedule to kind of find out who this Cash Bulldog team is before you get into 4A.
Right. It's like the first 3 games we talked about it, and it's more so about finding our identity and who we want to be going forward. And really, like the things we've talked about the first 2 weeks is really we're kind of killing ourselves right now. And more so the first game was there was a lot of penalties, and some of them were, probably could have gone both ways on the calls, but at the same time we hurt ourselves. I feel like if you take away the penalties in the Duncan game, we're able to extend drives in the second half and continue to score and continue to get momentum. And, that didn't happen. We killed ourselves with penalties. And, they have a really good quarterback that it made it really, really hard to contain him. And that's one thing we knew that we needed to do, and we didn't do a great job of it. Going into Altus, I think, we had some really explosive plays offensively. Defensively, they came out and we figured out how good that freshman quarterback was. He's really good.
Yeah.
Coach Jeremy Reed's done a great job. He's especially
that's a coach's son, and and you got a quarterback, a coach's son, and
right.
their knowledge of the game and understanding it is just so much faster than a lot.
And I told our team, I think a lot of it. I was frustrated with myself because we should have had a better game plan going into that game of containing the quarterback. We knew he could throw the ball really well, but, he was able to extend plays outside the pocket that really hurt us. And then, going forward defensively, we got to be able to defend the screen. We're struggling to contain the quarterback and get pressure on the quarterback, so we're trying to bring pressure. And then on the flip side of that, people are screening us, and it's hurting us as well. So we know what we need to work on, and we know how we can fix it going forward and going into districts. And then offensively, we just understand we got to extend drives in the second half. We're getting to where we want to be. We're driving on their side of the field, and then we're just, whether we're hurting ourselves or whether we're not able to get the 4th and shorts or whatever we want to extend drives, that's just hurting us offensively. But, we talked about it. It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. And we like the direction our team's going in, and we just got to fix things on our end to help us be successful.
Well, we're going to come back to you and kind of close out about what your keys to the game is. Sulphur is the opponent that you've got coming up, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Let's get some of your players on board. So give us your name, grade, and what position you play.
My name is Micah Coleman. I'm a senior, and I'm a DB and running back.
How special was it to start this senior season for you?
It means a lot to me. My last year, I want to give everything I can for my team and play for them.
What have you learned on these first couple of weeks of games that were kind of very emotional? They had kind of a lot of dramas involved in it about ups and downs and opportunities, whether it be the Duncan game or whether it be Altus. What have you learned going forward so you can not only be ready for Sulphur but the district itself?
Well, I've learned that I got to remember all the plays that I messed up and try to fix them going forward. And always stay positive and think about the next play and not the past play.
All right. What did you want to do to get better coming in your senior season? What did you want to improve on?
What I wanted to improve on was my footwork and my ball knowledge of reading routes, coverages, and that's it.
All right. And what does it mean for you to be a Bulldog?
For me to be a Bulldog, it means a lot because my mom's side of the family grew up here, and it just means a lot because I know a lot of people. My family lives here, a bunch of my cousins. It just means a lot to me.
All right. You got one more player on the end, so give us your name, what grade, and what position you play.
My name is Paulus Cash. I'm a senior, and I play linebacker.
All right, so you're in the thick of things. Are you calling out a lot of the plays about, as far as the calls that are made out on the defense?
I'm an outside linebacker.
Okay, you're outside linebacker. Okay, so you get to see a lot. You rove around a lot. And what have you seen these last 2 weeks? They've been keeping you busy when you got quarterbacks that are not a contained quarterback that get out. You got that responsibility. What's that been like for the last couple of weeks for you?
It's my first year at linebacker, so I'm still learning how to adjust to that.
What position were you before that?
D-line.
Okay, so got a little bit quicker. You got a little bit they said, hey, your talents are needed elsewhere. All right, that's kind of a compliment for what you have. Looking forward to this next game with Sulphur, and what have you seen on them?
They're not as good as last year, but we're still going to have to go out and do our best. And we don't have, the quarterback isn't as athletic as the last two quarterbacks, so we can not worry about that as much.
Okay, what's your favorite food?
Probably chicken sandwich.
And where's the best place to get one?
Popeyes.
Okay, all right. It's either Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, right? It's always that battle, and Popeyes, you kind of win on that. What do you like to do in your free time when you're not playing football?
I like to either play video games or play like a song.
All right. What particular video game you play?
2K.
All right. Everybody's playing that. Who's the best on the team?
The best player?
Yeah.
I don't want to say myself. But.
This is 100%. Every time I ask that, and I like the confidence with it. If you're a video gamer, you're going to say, no, it's not someone else. It's me. You're going to come through my house. Okay. All right. I like that. Coach, you got the last word on that about, we talked about the last two games. Going into Sulphur, what is your game plan, and what do you have to do to stop them? What is your keys to the game for this week?
Right. Last year we played them, and we played Elgin and Sulphur, and those were two of the better high school football teams I've seen.
Sulphur went on to play for a state championship. Elgin went on to win a state championship.
Well, Sulphur was extremely good last year.
Yeah.
And, going into this year, they lost some key players from last year, but you can see they're still a really good football team.
Right.
They're physical at the point of contact. They got a really good senior quarterback. Like Paula said, he's not as mobile as the other two guys, but he is mobile enough to hurt you. He's very good in the pocket and, reading coverages and getting the ball downfield to receivers. They do a lot of RPO stuff, and so, he can hurt you with that as well. So for us, it's defensively, we got it all starts with stopping the run. We have to stop the run, and I challenged our kids. I said, number one, you got to step on the field and you got to believe you can win. Number two, we got to step on the field and be physical. If we're going to beat a Sulphur team, you got to be physical because they're always physical and well coached. So that's priority one for us on defense. Alignment and then stopping the run, and then offensively, it's just maintaining drives, doing what we need to do offensively to maintain drives. And that's first half and second half. I think that's one thing. We've done a really good job of starting fast offensively, and then the second half we're kind of getting lulls. And the biggest reason is we're driving the football, but then we're not converting on the downs we need to. And so converting those downs in the second half, that'll be key to us being successful Friday night.
Okay, and then lastly, I would say this is your last tune-up game before you really get into district. So if there is one thing or a couple of things that at the end of Friday's game, when you break down film and you say, okay, that was our non-district schedule, now we're going to district, what would you like to see most out of this Cash team?
I just like to see us play with extreme confidence, and that's what I tell our kids. Our mantra is believe. We want to be one team, one family with one purpose. And if you truly believe in your teammates and love and serve your teammates, you're going to play with confidence. And it's just that confidence comes from a greater purpose. And so that's the first thing. Step on the field and play with confidence. Believe in each other. Believe that when we step on the field, we're going to win the football game. and number two is just playing with relentless effort and doing your job. I think our kids do play with relentless effort. They play hard, and I think the one thing we need to work on is our kind of mental focus as the game goes on. Making sure that, hey, we're not just, our technique doesn't get sloppy just because we're a little bit tired. We have to do our job at the start of the game, and even in the fourth quarter when everybody's tired, you got to be more mentally focused and attention to details and make sure you get your job done.
All right. And as we mentioned in the very beginning, if you missed it, Coach Thompson's parents' home was taken by fire this morning when they were both at work, and so they've lost everything. And there's a lot of different ways you can help. Go to this different social media platforms on the Cash Athletics page or the school page. They've got fundraisers for it. There's things set up to help them, and so our hearts and prayers go out to your parents.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Coach Thompson, good luck with the Sulphur Bulldogs. Boy, you got a whole dose of dogs in your flight, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, one with a trophy that was last week that you're going to work next year to try to bring to Cash. All right. Okay, so we'll take another timeout and be back. Thank for the Cash Bulldogs, also the MacArthur Highlanders, Lawton High Wolverines, and the Walters Blue Devils. Eisenhower was not able to connect with us. They had a couple of JV games that they did that with Labor Day too. Had to kind of schedule up some Tuesday makeup, so they are not going to be with us today. We wish them the best. They are in their bye week. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to TaycoRoofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
All right, one last time at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery here on 2nd Street. We wanted you to come join us each and every Tuesday for our Coaches Show. Love to see you, love to have you. Of course, they've got so much going on, whether it be on their back patio, and, of course, they've got the lounge chairs. They've got so much, so you can be available to come join us each Tuesday. Great barbecue. They got great food. They got great snack items. Don't forget, they're available on Thursday for high school football, Friday on high school football, college on Saturday. We've also got the pros going on Sunday for NFL Sunday Ticket, and we'd like for you to come join us each and every Tuesday for our Coaches Show. We got 5 area schools to talk about with the 3 Lawton schools plus Cash and Elgin. Up on the network, 6:30 for our pregame, 7 o'clock for our kickoff. Hey, don't forget to download our app on Apple and Android devices. It's easy. It's free to download. It's free to watch. You can watch us on Android and on Apple Also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. On Facebook, like us there, give us a follow. On YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, of course, each and every Fridays, 6:30 for pregame, 7 o'clock for kickoff. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Don't forget Thursday, we've got softball. We've got Carl Albert, Midwest City. We've got a coach's show coming up tomorrow with Altus. And Thursday, Newcastle at 6:30. This has been a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.